It was one of those late-night hours when even the city feels tired and the only thing still wide awake is the glow of your phone, and I was standing on my balcony staring down at the empty road, phone in my hand, heart carrying that familiar weight that shows up when memories come back uninvited, and when I typed, "If this hits, drop a," it looked like a casual line, almost a joke, but the truth was I didn't even realize how hard it was hitting me. Because this story didn't start dramatic at all, it started normal. Two people texting, joking around, those late-night messages that don't end with "good night" but start with "you still up?" Sharing the messy stuff too, the past scars, the fears about the future, and those random laughs that only happen when you actually feel safe with someone. But slowly things started shifting. First the replies took longer, then they only came when something mattered, then only when he felt like it, and I kept telling myself it was fine, people get busy, life happens, don't be dramatic. But deep down I could feel myself sliding lower and lower on his priority list, and yeah, I asked him about it, calmly, honestly, and every single time I got the same response: "You're overthinking." And when someone keeps brushing off your feelings like that, it doesn't just end the conversation, it messes with your head, it makes you doubt yourself. I started checking my phone every time it buzzed, rereading messages, trying to decode silence like it was some kind of puzzle. And then one day I noticed he was online, active, talking to others, but somehow still too busy to reply to me, and that's when the pain kicked in, the quiet kind, not loud or dramatic, just deep and constant, the kind that sits in your chest. I confronted him again, gently, no accusations, just honesty, and he hit me with, "You're being clingy, you're needy," and in that moment it felt like my basic need for communication had been turned into a flaw, like wanting effort was suddenly a crime. After that he started pulling away even more, fewer calls, shorter conversations, barely any presence at all, and still I stayed, because I convinced myself that if I was just a little more patient, a little more understanding, things would go back to how they were. But some relationships don't fall apart because of impatience, they fall apart because there's no clarity, and I finally understood that the day he disappeared without saying a word, no fight, no explanation, no closure, just one last message and then silence. And that silence taught me something nobody ever wants to learn, that when someone leaves without telling you why, you start assuming the reason is you. I blamed myself, my words, my care, my honesty, my emotions, until slowly it hit me that I hadn't done anything wrong by loving, I had just given too much importance to the wrong person. Even now there are nights when I pause with the cursor blinking next to his name, thinking about typing something, anything. But then I remember I don't want to hand over my self-worth to someone who couldn't even give me consistency, and that's why when I wrote, "If this hits, drop a," it wasn't just for the people reading it, it was for me too, a quiet way of admitting that yeah, the pain was real, the loss was real, and if you see even a small part of your own story in this, then maybe neither of us is as alone in it as we thought.